Just let me know, guys. That'd be great if you could let me know. Anyhow, I'm going to start, just hoping that you will be able to. So on Tuesday night, I did the big reveal, and I felt that from some of the concerns and comments that I got afterwards from people, that maybe I didn't explain the process of the recovery road correctly. And a lot of people have reached out to me and said, oh my God, have I got to give up sugar and flour forever, and I just can't do that, and I can't think, and I don't need that, etc., etc. And no, you don't. That's the answer to that. And what I wanted to do is I decided that I put a new roadmap together to explain the process that I will be taking you guys on if you join the Food Freedom Forever. So the process that I will be taking you on will enable you to feel free in your head around food regardless. Okay, so what does that mean? So that means that in order to feel free around food and not have that brain chatter and that constant thoughts about food and shall I eat this, should I not eat this, when should I eat this, can I have that, can I have the other? Oh, why did I eat that? Why did I not eat that? What we need to do is we need to assess your level of food dependency, because it's the dependency on certain foods that's causing that brain chatter, that cravings, and that absolute insatiable hunger that I talked about. So in order to do that, there are 6 stages. The first stage would be a 2-week reboot. And in that reboot, you will be detoxing off all the, I call nasties, in your diet to make sure that you are feeling free of physical food cravings, and that you are also shrinking your stomach so that you're not eating as much food. So you don't need as much food to feel full. And that's what that will do. At the same time, you're going to be learning loads about your brain and your addictive brain that I call Gollum. You will be doing lots and lots of daily tasks and things to keep you interactive during the 2 weeks. Then you're going to move on to the reveal stage. Now, this stage is going to start with a quiz that will ask you questions to identify your level of food dependency. And everybody has a level of food dependency. It doesn't matter whether we are addicted to food or not. We all have a level. That level might be 0, but it's still a level. So you'll be doing a quiz that takes you through a series of questions that will give you a score out of 10 as to what your level of food dependency might be. And that will tell you what I will then give you and suggest a food plan for you from that. Now, that food plan, for me, for example, when I take that quiz, I know I am a 10. I'm definitely completely dependent on certain foods that will set my brain chatter off, and there's no switching them off. But you guys, some of you may be a 3 or a 4. Now, if you're a 3 or a 4, you will not need to have the same type of food plan that I do to get that freedom from the brain chatter, which is what we're trying to get. Because when we're free from the brain chatter and the cravings and the obsession, we don't need to eat all the time. So it's easy to eat really good food that's really nutritious for our bodies and to get into our normal size body. It's really easy to do that. So somebody who's got a high level of dependency like me, who's on a 10, would be advised to stick to a no sugar and no flour food plan as much as possible, 1 day at a time. But somebody who's a 3 or 4 may not need to do that. I'm not going to make you do something that you don't need to do. So if you're a 3 or a 4, you might be able to, if you're trying to still lose weight, I would probably put you on a food plan that would allow you some types of sugar and flour on certain days or at certain times. And that would, in that reveal stage, even if you're a level 10, you can try that because you might not be ready. And what that will do is you will be evidencing your journey. You'll be documenting your cravings, your thoughts around food. And you may get through 28 days of doing that and go, do you know what? I can have a little bit of sugar and flour and it doesn't set my brain off and I'm absolutely fine. Then you will carry on doing that with a meal plan to help you lose weight around a moderation diet. So a little bit of these things. A lot of you will go through that 28 days, and at some time within that 28 days, you may find that you go, do you know, whenever I eat sugar, I can't stick to just having one bit of sugar. I'm always wanting more, and my brain goes off on one all weekend. And during that 28 days, you're going to reveal the reality of your situation, because the fact you're documenting it, because the fact that you're looking at it, and then hopefully because you've learned for yourself your level of dependency, you're going to then go, do you know, I don't want to do this anymore. I now need to go into stage 3. Now, some of you will go into stage 3 straight away and say, look, I just know I need to do this. I know that I need no sugar, no flour. I've got 40 years of evidence like I did to begin with, so I don't need to do the reveal stage. I'm ready to go into the repair stage. And this repair stage will give you what we're trying to do is to give you a base level of your natural way of your body feeling without the toxins, because sugar and flour and alcohol are toxins. They poison our body. There is no doubt about that. But because most of us have been having a little bit of that for so long, our body is used to a level of toxins in it. So we don't know what it feels like to be free from those toxins. We've never had that for such a long time. So what we're going to do in that 28 days is give you a really clean eating diet, which will be full of lovely foods such as fruit and yogurt and milk and cheese and vegetables and fish and chicken and meat and pork and all of those lovely things in it. But and nuts and seeds, but we will be taking out sugar and flour. And you're going to know an alcohol, and you will know what that feels like for 28 days. So what we're doing is if you had allergies, you go to somebody and you've got an allergy, you don't know what the allergy is, you take all these foods. In fact, you take wheat and you take pulses and you take all sorts out, as well as things I've said, and nuts and seeds. You take all of that out if you had an allergy. But here we're not doing that, because what we're going to do is to see what our body feels like without that sugar and flour in. So what then we can do is we can add these foods back in slowly. And we can say, right, okay, you can tolerate a little bit of flour or you can't. Because the minute you eat, say, for example, a little bit of maple syrup when you've been 28 days free, if you are dependent on maple syrup or sugar, you're sugar dependent, you will know immediately, because you will go, oh my God, I can't stop craving. I need some more. I need some more. But you won't be unsure of that. You'll be absolutely sure. So in the restore phase, that's what we'll do. We will see your level of things that you can and you can't have. And that might change. It might take 2 or 3 months to get there. But what you're going to come out of is a weight loss plan that keeps away the foods that are going to give you the cravings, the obsessional mind, and the insatiable hunger, so that it's easy to lose the weight because you're not hijacked by all that stuff. And then you will, when you've lost the weight and you've got into a normal size body for you, and that's different for everybody, you're then going to go into our maintenance page, which I call retain. So we're going to devise a food plan that helps you to retain it and keep it at that level. And some of you may go straight from the repair stage, because you've lost enough weight in the reveal and repair stage, straight into retain. You don't need to lose any more weight. So you've lost some weight in the reboot, you've carried on losing weight in the reveal and the repair stage, and you're going to go straight into retain because you're already at your normal weight. But some of you who've got more weight to lose will need to do the restore phase for a little while. But in both the Restore and the Retain, we're going to find out your specific triggers, the things that trigger your craving head and your body. And we're going to eliminate those foods because you'll want to. Once you have done 28 days without sugar and flour, and you know what that feels like when you're not putting those toxins in your body, and you put a little bit of, say, like I said, tablespoon of maple syrup in your porridge in the morning, and you have that, and you will see immediately, within a day, how that sets your brain and your body off. I can guarantee you won't want to have it. You just won't, because you'll know the difference, but you're never going to know the difference unless you try it. So you come out of the reveal phase, you know that you can't just have a little bit. So you go into the repair stage and you find out what your base level is, and then we see how we go. Or you do the reveal phase and you realise that you are okay to do a moderate diet. That's not a problem. You're having a bit of flour, you're having a slice of bread, you're having a bit of sugar. It's not a problem for you. Then you don't need to do the repair stage. We'll just do the restoring. Get you a food plan that's a moderate food plan that allows you to eat a bit of flour and a bit of sugar, but allows you to lose weight as well. After you've done your retain, or when you get into retain, we also go into that radiate stage, and that stage is where you're giving it back. You're helping others in their journey. You may be helping in a food freedom pod, friendship group, where you're helping other people that are starting on their journey. You may just be answering questions on the Facebook forum, but you're going to be feeling great because you've done it and you can tell people what that feels like. And that will be part of all of the stages, really, that radiating. But that's sort of like really the greatest phase when you cracked it and you know what it feels like and you can go out there and tell everybody else. So that is the journey I'm inviting you to go on with me. And I just wanted to make that a little bit clearer. If you want to find out more about the founding members offers, don't forget this is just going out to rebooters and coaching clients for now. So you can actually get some really good offers to help you on this journey. Go and look on www.foodfreedom4, and it's the number 4, forever.com/offers. I'll say that again, www.foodfreedom4ever.com/offers. And if you've got any questions, let me know. Take care. And one last thing that I forgot to say on the last recording was that this is going to be a safe place. It's going to be a safe place for you to be supported in getting as many days as you can of sugar and flour free, because there's no nutritional value at all in sugar or flour. And every time that you eat something that is void of nutrition but highly calorific, which, for example, a Mars bar is, say there's 350 calories in a Mars bar and you eat that, 50 calories may have some nutritional value in it, and 300 calories doesn't. And because of that, your body is still looking for the nutrients, 300 calories worth of nutrients. So it's therefore going to send signals to go and eat more food. So regardless of whether people are food dependent or not, it is seriously important that we try to reduce the amount of sugar and flour in our diet, particularly sugar. So it's going to be a safe place to help you navigate that world, which is just not easy, because out there, all of these food manufacturers are shoving sugar and flour into everything, making foods what they call highly palatable, which just basically means easy to eat, easy to digest, and you can eat it in a very short period of time, which is going to mean you're going to eat more of it so they can sell more. So the whole idea of Food Freedom Forever is to give you the ability and the support to help you to navigate that world in the easiest possible way. Now, that may mean for some of you that you may have what I call a planned relapse. So it might be that it is your birthday or you're going on holiday, and you might say, do you know something? I am going to have a weekend where I'm going to have sugar and flour because that's what I want to do. I know what the consequences of that are. I know it might be quite difficult getting back on track, but that's okay because I've got my support group and I'm committing that it's only going to be a weekend. It's not going to be a month or 2 months or 6 months, because bang on Monday, I'm going to be back in this group, starting again on day one, and you guys are going to support me through that process. So no, you don't have to give up flour and sugar forever. Some of you will want to, because you'll get to a stage where you will just feel so well you won't want to bring it back in. But others may not. It doesn't matter. It's a no judgment support place for you. And it's a place where you keep trying one day at a time to reduce the sugar and flour out of your life, because it does you no good whatsoever. And that's what I want to make for you guys, so that you can feel that you've got that place that will support you to do that, however that might mean for you. And there's no sugar and flour police, there's no judgment, only support to help you to get there. Take care.